All right, first and foremost, I want to give all honor, praise, and glory to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem Rakakwadash. Double honor to the apostles and elders of GMS who rule well. Shalom to the hopeful elected believers and listeners out there. Today I want to get into a topic like we didn't all fell short. We all fall short, and that's okay. And just right here, Romans 3 and 23. For all have sinned and come short of the glory of Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. And even to this day, we know you hear that all the time, even in church. How we not perfect. Nobody's perfect other than Yahweh Ba'ashem Yahweh Shai. And we know that. I'm going to two accounts. The first one is King David. Second Samuel. And we all know the story about David. You know, David and Goliath. They all teach you that in church. But they don't teach you about when he fell short. Well, first, let me get A. You see, it's 13. It's 22. It says Acts 13 and 22. And when he had removed him, he raised them up, and to them David to be their king, to whom also he gave testimony and said, I have found David, the son of Jesse, a man after mine own heart, which shall fulfill all my will. So David was a man after the Lord's heart. I go back into that 2 Samuel. 11. Yeah, 11 and 2. And it says, and it 2 Samuel 11 and 2. And it came to pass in an evening time that David arose from off his bed and walked upon the roof of the king's house. And from the roof he saw a woman washing herself, and the woman was very beautiful to look upon. So David walked outside and seen something that he liked. It's just like we all do. We go out to work, we go out in public, we seen something we like. And verse 3, and David sent and inquired after the woman, and one said, is not this Bathsheba, the daughter of Eliam, the wife of Uriah the Hittite? And David sent messengers and took her, and she came in unto him. So, like in today's time, David sent that risky text out, sent that message, but they let them know that she taken, that she got a husband. But he sent for her anyway. Start verse 4 over. And David sent messengers and took her, and she came in unto him, and he lay with her, for she was purified from her uncleanness, and she returned unto her house. So they came over there. She came over there, and they did what grown folks do. And she wrong too, because she knew she had a husband. But David, he's supposed to be the standard. He the king. But he still went off. Verse 5, and the woman conceived and sent and told David and said, I am with child. So, I forgot what I just read in the hood. Uriah. So, and then Uriah was a part of David's military. So David sent for, laid with this man's wife, got her pregnant. And if you want to read the account, I'm not going to read it in entirety, but David, they laid together. She got pregnant. And then David eventually sent for Uriah to come chill with him for a while. And then Uriah wouldn't leave. So David ended up putting his death sentence in his own hand. Just like in today's time, you're not supposed to open nobody's mail. And like I said, David's a king, so David passes him a letter with his death wish on it and told him to give it to one of his men. Because Uriah was a part of their military. He go and pass the letter on, and they did exactly what David wanted, because David wanted him put on the front line pretty much what a mighty man was. And the ride went out there, got killed, and David brought in his wife, and then he took her on as his own, and they had their child. You gotta think about it like today's time. Yeah, you going off to the military, and you don't even know you out there with your ass on the line, and your wife back home with her ass in the air. That's enough to make a man go mad, make go crazy. You know what I'm saying? But David was still a man after the Lord's own heart. And we know how great of a man he was. Even unto this day, we still know he had favor in the Lord. So we all fall short. But if it's meant for you to be a man of Yahweh Bashim Yahweh Shai, yeah, you still gonna get your punishment, because David still got punished. It's a lot. But it's all right. Let me just Proverbs 24 and 16. Yeah, Proverbs 24 and 16. For a just man falleth 7 times and riseth up again, but the wicked shall fall into mischief. So that's like today, and we bump our heads all the time. And that one account is one time David bumped his head. That's a hell of a head bump, but hey, it still happened. I say, but the wicked shall fall into mischief. So, for a just man falleth 7 times and riseth up again, but the wicked shall fall into mischief. So, no matter how many times you bump your head, you're supposed to learn from your mistakes. You shouldn't keep making the same mistakes. Because we go off knowingly and unknowingly. Speaking of myself first and foremost, it's about a week or two ago. The Sabbath's around. Well, the Sabbath is here. I'm watching my video, watching a little news, and just not paying attention. I messed around, got down, and did me a few push-ups, and I ain't think about it until later on. Like, damn, I messed up. I wasn't supposed to be doing no workouts today. But that's a little small fall, but I still fail. That was unknowingly. But knowingly, I get up and I go to work. But this is our captivity. The Most High know we're not gonna do everything perfectly. We weren't put here to keep everything perfect. We were here for to be shown grace. You go to work on the Sabbath, ain't nothing you can do about that. You can't call out every time, otherwise you wouldn't have a job. Yeah. This Proverbs 26 and 11. As a dog returneth to his vomit, so a fool returneth to his folly. So, yeah, you make a mistake, but you shouldn't keep making that same mistake. And this is like personal experience. You come into this true. I think a lot of brothers made the same mistake. That's why I'm glad I ran into the brothers of GMS Mississippi. You start to find out that there's a lot of people that made the same mistakes that you did. We all made some of the same mistakes. Get to reading Jeremiah 10. You get to know it's talking about Christmas. From my own experience, I read that, and the woman I was dealing with at the time, I told her, hey, we ain't put no tree up. So she was cool with that. I'm not really gonna keep it. You ain't got to give me nothing. They kind of rubbed it the wrong way, but yeah, she still tried to tell me she was still gonna give me something. I told her, it's 364 other days of the year. It's not that serious. And she said, if she give me something, is that still fine? I told her, I mess around, throw it in the garbage and give it away to like the Salvation Army or Goodwill. I shouldn't have done that. I told brothers that, and they said they did the same thing. He said next time, well, for a situation like that, bro, you just gotta just take the gift, bro, and take it with a smile on your face. Because they ain't on the same track that you on, and they don't mean no ill intention, they don't mean no harm. And that but it's Sirach 4. Because I was being a lion in my house. This verse 30. Yep. I'm gonna start at verse 29. Be not hasty in thy tongue, and in thy deeds slack and remiss. Turn it off. Be not as a lion in thy house, nor frantic among thy servants. So I would walk around like I was big and bad just because I knew me a few scriptures. Then I was wrong. That's why I said, hey, as long as she would please to deal with me, you know what I'm saying? She will find she don't have to believe in the same thing that I believe in, because through my conduct, I'm showing her the type of man or how things should go. You know, that's how you persuade them. You know, just keep doing what you do. I think I had that. Let me get it. The first or second. It first. Yeah. 1 Corinthians 7:12. But to the rest speak I, not the Lord. If any brother hath a wife that believeth not, and she be pleased to dwell with him, let him not put her away. So just because she didn't believe the same thing as me, now I didn't put her out or nothing like that, but I said I should have kept treating her fairly, you know, as long as she was still taking care of me and doing her things as your woman's supposed to do. Hey, it's all right, because eventually she'll be won over. She'll be persuaded. And getting back into the subject of bumping your head and just King David, I'm gonna get this right. No, that's First King. Yeah, you know, King Solomon, they call him the like the wisest man to ever be on the earth, the wisest king to ever live. I'm gonna start at 1 Kings 11:2. Of the nations concerning which Yahweh Shai said unto the children of Israel, ye shall not go into them, neither shall they come in unto you, for surely they will turn away your heart after their powers. Solomon clave unto these in love, and he had 700 wives, princesses, and 300 concubines, and his wives turned away his heart. So you got the wisest king that ever lived, and he broke one of the first commandments. No, there shall have no other gods before me. Like I said, the wisest king that ever lived, and he still went off on one of the simple ones. So we all fall short. You know, King Solomon, he still had favor with the Lord too, but you know, he had to get his punishment, just like we had to get our punishment, man. So we all gonna fall short, and you shouldn't let that. You shouldn't let that feel like just be the end of you. Oh, I done did this, I done did that. Yeah, it ain't no hope for me. No, we weren't put here in this captivity to do it perfectly. We were put here to strive for the truth unto death. You know, you gonna go off, you gonna get punished, you gonna get corrected, and then hey, you gotta shake back, you gotta bounce back, you just gotta keep fighting. But that was it, man. You know, once again I say shalom, double honor to the apostle elders of GMS. Yes, shalom.